You know, when I was a kid, I used to read the newspaper comics. A lot. Some of my favorite comics when I was a kid were Peanuts, Garfield, Calvin and Hobbes, and such. I mean, let's face it, everybody grew up with the newspaper comics in some way, shape, or form. I mean, when you were a kid, did you read the letters to the editor, the financial section, or the obituaries? Well, okay, maybe I read the obituaries because, I mean, come on, some of those are hilarious, worthy of Darwin Awards. No, you read the comics. But let's face it, when you grow up, you realize how bad some of those comics really are. When you were a kid, you see a funny-looking cartoon character in a newspaper and you instantly think it's hilarious. I mean, this is one of the biggest reasons why Scooby-Doo was one of the longest-running cartoon programs. I mean, it ran for 40 years. I still read newspaper comics to this day, but it's more of a love-hate thing than anything else. A lot of my art was inspired by newspaper comic strips. I mean, there's this, inspired by Peanuts and Calvin and Hobbes. That doesn't mean that I don't recognize crap when I see it. And that's why
What the hell are you doing in my basement?
I broke in.
Oh, I see you broke... Wait a minute! What's with everybody getting into my basement? God, honestly.
I came here looking for pussy and cash, but all I could find was manga and booze.
Well, what's all of this then?
Well, I'm defrauding you. I figured, why the hell not?
Why, you slimy son of a bitch! Is that the comics?
Yeah, I was just about to talk about these. That's why I turned the camera on.
Oh, camera's on? Oh no, I just got out of the shower, I don't have my makeup on, my hair's not even dry. Oh, the panels! The poor layout of the panels! Oh, it burns! It burns! Get it away! Get it away!
MangaMan, have you forgotten that manga was once featured in the Sunday Comics section?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that before, but why don't they do it anymore?
Well, MangaMan, the thing is that newspaper comics and manga have two polar opposite audiences. Newspaper comics and newspapers in general focus on a demographic over the age of 55. Also, in a really strange twist, newspaper comics also focus on a demographic of 10 and under as well. That's why the jokes in most newspaper strips are stale. And because newspapers are afraid of losing the few customers they have in the older audience,
manga was introduced into newspaper comics to gain a wider audience. Now, most people nowadays that read it are generally those from high school and middle school students.
Because newspapers have such a wide audience gap, they need fresh blood to be added to the paper, otherwise it'll stagnate and die, because new blood equals new revenue.
Plus, having more young adults meant they would have more readers for the rest of the newspaper. But because of the internet, this blew up in their faces. Most young adults, if they read the newspaper at all, can just as easily read it online for free instead of buying a paper. Plus, most comics that are in newspapers are also online for free.
Print is a dying medium, and even the newspapers are realizing this. Most newspapers have their own website as well as their own webcomic site online. There's no point in picking up a newspaper nowadays, because they charge way too much and have way too much padding. For example, to compare the differences between daily and Sunday pricing, the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel currently charges 75 cents for a daily, while their Sunday costs $2 and is almost nothing but advertisements. And that's why I'm here, besides stealing your booze, defrauding your account, and ransacking your house. Bastard. I'm going to review the comics section of the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel.
With the help from the MangaMan.
We are going to look at every single comic from the daily and the Sunday section.
And along the way, I'll show you the history of manga in the Sunday comics from the Journal Sentinel of Milwaukee.
We're going to talk about the comics that are good, the comics that are bad, and the comics that are just there.
So tune in next time!
And oyasumi nasai!
Hey, now you stole my gimmick, you son of a bitch!